I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 moving tips because, as you know, I'm going to be moving cross country in 2 weeks and I have pretty much everything working against me. I'm trying to move everything in a tiny car and I'm trying to do it on a budget. So a couple nights ago I scoured Pinterest and found these really awesome tips, so I'm going to share with you guys my favorite ones and let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so my first tip is for all those makeup lovers out there, so pretty much anybody who watches my channel is probably going to appreciate this.
So the first thing we're going to need to get is a plastic cup. I use my Trenta cup from Starbucks and I am just going to place all of my makeup brushes in there. You guys would be so surprised by how many you can squeeze in there. And since I don't have a makeup brush carrying kit, this was kind of the best way to move my brushes without the tops getting squished. So once we secure the cap on, we are all ready for the move.
Alright, tip number 2 is going to involve a pair of boots because we are literally going to need to use every square inch possible. So what I did is that I'm going to stuff my socks in the shoes because you're already going to be using the space in the car for your shoes, so why not fill them out as well as keeping the shape of your boots during the move.
Another way we can creatively save space is to roll your clothes versus folding them. I know, I thought it sounded so weird when I first did it, but when you do this, you can roll them super duper tight and then squeeze a lot more in whatever you're going to be packing your clothes in. Okay, tip number 3 is really helpful for those small car drivers, and that is to use every square inch of it. So I use the spare tire area and I place books and hats in there. Why not use this space, right? And the next place you can actually put stuff is under your car seat. So I placed some more books in there, but I also put like a DVD player in there last time and it was perfectly safe.
Alright, my next tip is especially if you're trying to move everything you own in a small car, and that is to avoid boxes at all costs. And you might be thinking, like, what am I gonna put my clothes in and stuff? I have the solution for you. My boss gave me these a couple months ago when I originally moved to Florida, and I just rolled all my clothes in here. And I was literally able to carry these just like giant shopping bags and carry most of my clothes in like one trip. I'm pretty sure these bags are like $1.99, so like awesome prices, like pretty much the same price as like a moving box, but these are like a little bit more reusable, I would say, because they don't rip just like other moving boxes do when you like rip the tape off. Alright, my 5th tip is another way to avoid using boxes and just kind of saving space, and that is to use bags that you already have. So this is what I did. I stuffed all of my smaller handbags into this one bag, so I'm not wasting like a whole box just for handbags. Like, just one bag. That's all the space it's going to take, so I can stuff this in the back somewhere because this can squish easily too. Okay, tip number 6 is for packing jewelry because I know last time I'm pretty sure I just put like all my jewelry in a plastic bag, and that was like not really well done because some of the earring bags started like poking through and some of them got bent. So this time I found like a little plastic container and just put all my stuff in there so it's not going to get squished, and I feel like it's just a little bit more protected than a little plastic bag. Okay, my 2nd tip is for all you technology lovers out there because I know I'm a person who has like a ton of cords. Like some of them I don't really even know what they're for. I just don't want to throw them away just in case I need them. But one thing I found super duper helpful in the last move was putting all of my electronics in one bag, because if I'm sitting in the car I'm like, oh my gosh, I really need an extra charger, and I'm like, maybe it's in a box, maybe it's in a bag, like who knows where it's at. If you just have one electronics bag, you know where to find it pretty much. So that is super helpful. And it also just makes it a lot easier when you get to your new place because you know where to find your TV cords and your chargers, and it's not like, oh my god, like the world is ending, I can't find my charger. So this is tip number 7. Okay, tip number 8 is to try to use all of your products pretty much before you move, because first of all, you get to buy fun new stuff when you get there, so like that's really exciting. And you kind of just get to clean out everything and feel a little bit like more fresh and cleansed as you're moving. So my goal before I leave is to finish off all these Scentsy things because I don't exactly want them to like melt in a really hot car. And I don't think it's really practical to bring like a bunch of like half-used containers, so try to use all your products up that you're almost done with before you leave so you can save a lot of room. These are products that I have finished up completely, so this is really awesome that we get to throw them away because now I don't need to waste any space. Alright, my 9th tip is pretty much like the 8th one, but just goes a little bit deeper. So I went through my closet and I found anything that I haven't worn in the last 6 months and pretty much decided like I don't think I'm going to wear these things and I don't want to waste the space on bringing them with me, so I'm going to try to bring them to Plato's first, and if that doesn't work I'm just going to Goodwill them. Because like when I think of moving, I think of starting fresh, so like I think that involves clothes as well as makeup. So I also went through all my makeup products and pretty much threw away anything I know is like over the expiration date and I've just been too lazy to throw it out, or just stuff that I know I'm not going to use anymore. Oh, and you also don't just like need to throw it away if the makeup's still good. Like go to your friends and be like, hey, do you want some eyeshadow? Like, most of them will probably be like, yeah. So that is what I did. I gave most of my makeup to my sister and she loved me for it, so.
And my last tip is to use grocery bags as filler because you get these for free at the grocery store, so why not save them and essentially secure your valuables for free. For the more fragile stuff, I did a few layers of bags so it felt a little bit more padded and ready for a cross-country trip.
Alright, and those are my top 10 moving tips. If you guys found this helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'm going to try to do one more moving inspired video, so if you want to check that out, subscribe to my channel, and then you can like watch it so you can find it a little easier. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump back into packing and I'll keep you guys updated on my moves. So I hope you guys have a good day.